Okay, what is going on, guys? Mandy here. We're boiling some water for some lunch. Got a recipe I want to show to you guys later today. But the burner looks really weird on camera. I promise you there's no fire. It looks pretty red. But we are making some college beef stroganoff. Why do I call it college? For reasons. Making another. So we're using 2 of these because got some people here wanting to eat with me. So I have doubled the recipe. So but I will show you I will tell you all about how to do it just a single serving when we're done here. But I have doubled the recipe. So ingredients you're going to need are 2 beef ramens, a can of mushrooms, and we've got some butter and some Parmesan cheese here. Let me find the Parmesan cheese. Oh, Parmesan cheese is right here. We got that. And we got the butter. Where is it? I need a thing of butter because I'm going to measure my butter. And I need the little things on the side because I'm retarded and I don't know how to. But yeah, so there we go. That's all the ingredients for now. And now we're just boiling the water for our ramen. You cook the ramen just as you would on a normal basis on the stove. Just plop it in the stove for 3 minutes and it's good to go. But yeah, so we're just waiting for that water to boil. It's got about 5 minutes. It doesn't look like, I mean, it's going to take a little bit longer than I anticipated. But yeah, I'll give you one last shot of all the ingredients and then we'll come back when the water is boiled and I plop the ramen in the water. I will be right back. By the way, guys, I didn't mention this, but this is where you want your temp on the stove at almost high. But yeah, so that's where you want your stove at. And we're using about a tablespoon of butter here. I know that may or may not seem like a lot to some of you, but we're using 2 of these, so half a tablespoon for each packet, give or take. So yeah. Alright, ramen is in. It's already been in there for a few minutes. I took the liberty of stirring it before wasting y'all's time. That looks way too purple on camera, I swear to God. But yeah, so it's got about 1 minute and 30 left, or 1 minute and 29 now, 28. But yeah, so I will come back and when we're about done with this portion. Alright guys, it is off of the heat. You want to drain most of the water out, not all of it, but I need 2 hands for that, so I'll be right back, and I will show you how much water is left in the pot after I drain it. Mostly. Alright guys, this is what it looks like after I drain most of the water out. You can see it's still moist, so it's got about, just a spoonful or so of water left. See right there? Just that, not too much, just to keep it all the noodles and all the stuff moist. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our slab of butter and drop it in. If I can do this here. Give me a minute, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, butter is in, and now what we do is we break it down and stir it. Give me a minute while I do that. It should be all melted and dissolved onto the pasta. Alright, and this is what it looks like. The butter is all melted in there. Now what we do is we take both of our beef flavoring packets, you want to use all of it, and dump them both in there, and that also requires 2 hands, so I will be right back. You just stir it and dissolve. And this is what it should look like with all of the seasoning and all of everything in there. The lighting is pretty bad, so it looks like the seasoning's all clumped in here, but I promise it's not. It's all slightly brown from the color. Now what we do is we open our can of mushrooms. Now what you do is you drain it. I opened the can about halfway so that I could drain it. So, without any spilling out, shake it pretty good. You want a little bit of that juice in there, just not all of it. Now we finish cracking this can open. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and pour it in this nice little Tupperware. Alright? Oh, why are you doing that? You'll see in a minute. Now what we do is we take the Parmesan cheese and you season to taste. And then what we're going to do after this, after we pour it in here, is we are going to shake it up and make Parmesan crusted mushrooms. Now we pop the lid on this and shake. See how it's all getting distributed through them? You want to leave a little bit of that mushroom juice in there so that the Parmesan will stick to the mushrooms. That should be good enough. Alright, now it's time to pop the lid off. And what are we gonna do with these? We are going to pop these in there and we are going to stir it up. Alrighty, this is what the final product should look like. Now let me get a fork and take a bite for y'all. Ooh, a couple loose mushrooms in there. Left in the eye, covering the camera in there that I need to get. But yeah, take a little bit of mushroom, a little bit of pasta. Alright, nice big bite. Now let me turn the camera around here so that you can get my really good. But yeah, that's that. That is college beef stroganoff. What you want to do for the single serving is use only one thing of ramen, beef ramen. And then you want to use only half of a can of the mushrooms. And again, Parmesan to taste. And then just do about a third to a half of a tablespoon of butter instead of a whole tablespoon. What I normally do for a single serving is I just do butter to taste when it's a single serving. But it usually comes to about, half to a third of a tablespoon. But yeah, so there you go. There's that college beef stroganoff. College beef ramen stroganoff. There you go. So, as always, love ya. Bye, guys. Thank you.